What is up, real ones? Don't mind the work clothes. We are about to get into another episode of real pre-workout reviews. So today we are going to be reviewing eFlow's Enrage Black. I had the regular Enrage requested, but the sample cut packs come in black. So we're gonna start with the heavy duty shit and see how it goes. If you're not familiar with my real pre-workout review series, go ahead and check the playlist. It'll be up there somewhere. But long story short, we check out new pre-workouts and we rate them as a gym bro. Just rate them off of taste, performance in the gym, and post-workout crash. Then we basically just throw those together and average them out to get an overall rating between 0 and 5. Now let's get into it. To start, I got the sample pack like I mentioned. It came with your choice of shaker cup. I got the Muraco one because of course I did. And it came with 3 samples. So it came with sour mango, sour watermelon, and then sour gummy. And I am a huge trolley fan, so we are going to try out the sour gummy flavor. Put that one to the test today. Now for my personal favorite part of the videos. Oh, that powder drop, baby. Let's go. Shake it up. Today I'm mixing mine with 8 ounces of water. That's typically what I do. It says 4 to 8, so that might actually bite me in the butt, but we'll find out. Cheers, real ones, for eFlow Enrage Black. You know, they tried. I'll give them that. But it tastes like if you mashed all the flavors of Trolley together and then had a knockoff of that. I'm gonna take one more sip just to make sure, but yeah, this is a big miss for me. It does not hit the mark on tasting like Trolley sour gummy worms. It's got the artificial down, it's definitely got that part, but not a whole lot of the actual gummy worm flavor. Like I said, it tastes like they all mashed it together and then did a knockoff of that, or like a B version of that. This is my least favorite pre-workout we've tried so far in terms of taste, so I'm gonna go ahead and rate it accordingly. I think this is a 2.9. I don't think I'd even call it mediocre. To me, this tastes very artificial, very fake, and misses the mark for what it's trying to taste like. So to me, I can't justify giving it anything higher than a 2.9. But as we know, taste is only a third the equation here on real pre-workout reviews. So let's go on to play the gym montage as I go do some squats. And afterwards, we're gonna come back and rate it in terms of performance and in terms of post-workout crash. Stay tuned, real ones. All right, real ones, with that workout in the book, it's time to rate Enrage Black from 0 to 5 in terms of gym performance and post-workout crash. Starting with the gym performance of Enrage Black, this one was actually quite solid. Coming in at 370 milligrams of caffeine, it's definitely on the higher side of stim. Not the highest we've tried, but it's definitely up there and more than I would typically have on a day-to-day. With that said, I'm trying to make sure not to include some of the adverse conditions today in the gym. It was really fucking hot, so I was sweating and losing a lot of water there. So tried to take it with a grain of salt. but honestly, the gym performance was quite good. I would say this has got to be up there on one of our better performing pre-workouts to date. On any other day in the gym, I have a feeling that this one would carry me through a workout. I definitely had the energy. It wasn't super tingly for me, which I was a little surprised at with the 3,200 milligrams of beta alanine, but it had a lot of that push I needed. When I was ready to quit because of the heat, you know, I still had that feeling that I could keep going. I still had the energy and I still had the drive with this bad boy. So for those reasons, I'm going to go ahead and give it a 4.6 in terms of gym performance. I think it was a bit better than the Ghost Legends we tried way back when. Check out the playlist. But definitely not as strong as Phasic in terms of gym performance. But it was quite good for a pretty high stim, but not ridiculous stim pre-workout. So with gym performance in the books, now it's time to set our sights on post-workout crash. So we know I was losing a lot of water during this workout, but how did it carry me through the day? And the answer is it did pretty well. I would say it was a good to very good post-workout crash. I wasn't getting a headache. I wasn't completely, destroyed. I didn't have that fall off where you just kind of hit a wall after a workout. Didn't have any of that. I didn't have the complete uplifting feeling that I have gotten from things like Phasic, but it was quite good, and it definitely didn't negatively affect me. So with those in mind, I'm going to go ahead and give this a 4.3 in terms of post-workout crash. I think it was definitely better than a lot of the other ones we have, somewhere around the 4 range. I don't think it quite carried me through like a Ghost Legends V3 or like Phasic did. So for those reasons, I'm going to give it a little bit lower than that. I think the 4.3 range is perfect for this in terms of post-workout crash. Now that we have our 3 ratings, with the 2.9 in terms of taste, the 4.6 in terms of gym performance, and the 4.3 in terms of post-workout crash, it's time to get our aggregate rating. So with those 3 in mind, averaged out, Enrage Black gets a 3.93 repeating. Which hurts a little bit because the gym performance of it was quite good, but stay away from that sour gummy worm flavor. In my book, it just did not hit the mark. If I taste one of the other ones here in a little bit and feel that it's worth updating my rating based on that, I will come back and revisit this. But quite frankly, it was one of the more artificial tasting and just missing the mark on taste quite a bit. I didn't completely brutalize it because it didn't actively hurt to drink. I believe it or not, I've tasted some supplements like that. With the taste considered, it does make sense to put this just below a 4. Just know that the performance and post-workout crash were quite good from an experienced high stim pre-workout user. So there we go. Enrage Black is in the books, real ones. But let me know what you want to see next. I have quite the list going. I'd love to add to it. And on that note, if you have any hookups for samples or companies that I should reach out to speak with, please let me know. And let's turn this real pre-workout reviews into something that really serves you and gets you the information and the lowdown on the pre-workouts that you will use in the gym too. This is the part in the video where I have to ask you to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the content, and let me know if you think I should add or change anything about this format, because we can always keep developing it. But with that, it's time to say goodbye, real ones. I will see you next time. I am currently trying to source some more pre-workouts without busting my bank entirely, so give me a little slack on that. Might be a few weeks before another one's up. But in the meantime, real ones, go get those gains, go crush those workouts, and stay fucking real. Have a good one.